Hello, welcome to Phil and Read the News, episode 59. We have
Hello, everybody.
That's a good start.
You got me in the chat.
I'm here.
I'm in the stream chat.
Yeah. I'm in the stream chat technically. Yeah.
I will be there in a few minutes. I don't have the bandwidth to do both at the moment.
It's all good.
Here in Echo, I'm sorry I lost my headphones, but it seems to be working fine, so that's all good.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't.
Fun,
Hi, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe.
We got a grandfather in the
TC. The Streamlabs and hello, TC. Blazing row. Bizarre moment, neighbors at war have shooting match over fence fire as it even as it burns down.
So
they're just arguing over fence, but I wonder who set on fire though.
Literally walk around the store until you find.
Fighting on looking over the fence then.
Dude, I was standing outside for at least about a good.
Where's that coming from?
Hello.
The shocking moment, two neighbors bicker over a fence as a fire lays waste to their gardens. In a scene straight out of Monty Python, the two families pointing a shade at each other as their properties go up in smoke.
Where was this?
It looks like Britain, but I don't know where about in Britain. It was Kent, so it was in England.
That is so English. That's actually very English. Argue over the fence that's burning down. You put this out. No, you put it out.
Women from one house can be heard yelling, "It's that's your fault," as the fire takes hold. She fumes, "Don't just stand and watch," as a neighbor throws insults back. A team from Kent Fire and Rescue extinguished the blaze at 8:20 p.m. Crew battled for 20 minutes to bring the inferno under control. Local Anis Vladminis, completely butchered that, but never mind. Filmed the fire and argument on video and posted it on Facebook group Medway Miserables. Hello, Undying Oliver. He said, "I was driving my motorbike when I saw the smoke above the roof. My first thought was the actual house was on fire. When I drove a bit closer, I realized that the fence between the two properties was burning and the old lady blaming her next door neighbor.
Oh my god.
Shouting, 'It's all your fault, don't just stand there and do nothing.'" And good evening, Peter.
I just got this. Just in the back of my head, I've got what would have happened if this was in Canada. I'm sorry, our fence is burning. No, I'm sorry, our fence is burning. No, I'm sorry, our fence is burning.
And Blango, can you testify to
that? You know what? Actually, no. It would be two hicks standing there going, "No, it's your fence that's burning. Fuck that, it's your fence that's burning. You put it out. Fuck that, you put it out." As they drank a beer and sat on the lawn chair on the lawn.
They just shared each other's beers and just fuck it.
And just watch it burn and argue about whose fire it is. Yep.
Until they get drunk and have to pee, and then they pee to put it out.
Yeah, that, or they blame the other guy going, "You set fire to my fence." "No, sir, you set fire to my fence." And then they just sit there and watch it burn.
And then the next day, they're best friends.
Yep.
And now, to be fair, what would the Americans do? Chadwick can back me up on this. So, who gets the sticks and who gets the hot dogs?
Yep. Let the motherfucker burn.
They can probably fight each other with it or something, just like fucking.
That's what they do in River Rouge. The houses are so close. If one burns, everybody just gathers around and watches the whole neighborhood burn.
It's the same with the UK. The houses are attached to each other. So if one burns, the other burns.
Yep. The whole neighborhood's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then two fire brigades arrived and got everything under control. A spokeswoman for Kent Fire and Rescue said the two fire engines attended and crews extinguished the fire. There were no reported injuries and the cause is unknown. Weird. Weird people. Hey, moving on to. I don't think it says nigga. I don't know. In a sense of irony.
Maybe.
No, there's an article that is ironic. Call yourselves eco warriors. Anti-Trump activists leave behind a mountain of litter after listening to ranting Corbyn blast about Trump and lecturing about the environment.
That's pretty much par for the course for environmentalists.
Yeah, it's rather ironic, isn't it?
Why did this become such a big thing all of a sudden? This just sort of happened out of nowhere.
Because all these kids grew up on Captain Planet.
So did I, but the fuck?
So now they're fighting like Captain Planet. Yeah, superstars. Yeah.
I hope that gun's pointed at yourself and not me. And hello, Honey Monster. Yeah, anti-Trump protesters have left behind.
I find a very interesting contrast. Go ahead.
Swades of litter after listening to Jeremy Corbyn slam the president and his stance on the environment. Pictures from around Trafalgar Square in Parliament show a discarded placard and banners which have been dumped on the floor. So what if some racist Brexit will pick it up for you? Yeah, I know, I heard about that. Yeah, they burst the Trump balloon. Press F for the Trump balloon. It's no longer there anymore. F for the Trump balloon. I think the BBC has their own one, though, don't they? So you can just use the BBC one, I guess. Did you hear about that? They literally made their own Trump balloon.
Of course they did.
Illiterate hick. Inbred cunt.
Are you in
So
Ohio?
right,
That's how I feel driving around here.
Hmm?
I asked, are you in Ohio? Because that's how I feel while driving around here.
Is that another Canadian? Is it?
Oh, and this one. Nah, this one's a West Virginian. She's too busy sucking her brother's dick.
It came only after a few tens of thousands turned up to march against Trump. Here, Jeremy Corbyn delivered a tirade against the president. Organizers admitted the turnout was only in the tens of thousands, despite predictions that hundreds of thousands would march against the president. During a press conference with Theresa May this afternoon, the president blasted the protesters for peddling fake news and claiming that large numbers of protesters were beginning to object to his visit. Yeah, lady cunts.
Got paid, but we didn't get paid.
By the time we get to work.
No, he told me, "Oh, I'll drive to Ohio." I don't.
Yeah, that guy's probably just a racist Brexit here, isn't he? So yeah, he deserves to clean up our rubbish. He's much worse than these those cunts are, obviously. He said we left the right.
You know, I find it very interesting.
And you go.
Good. Well, I was going to say, I find it very interesting. A lot of these pro-environmentalist, pro-eco-friendly protests always have absolute mountains of trash behind them, or left behind when they leave.
Yep.
But then you tend to have pro-Trump rallies and Tea Party. Yeah. But
yeah, like
pro-Trump rallies where there's a lot of people that hang out afterwards and clean up after themselves.
Yep, they always do. Always a cleaning brigade. They all get together, maybe 20 of them, and make it perfect.
They'd think that at least recycle them or something, wouldn't you?
These dumb fucks just drop their fucking signs. Like, whatever. Pop bottles, water bottles.
He said, we left the Prime Minister, the Queen, the royal family. There were thousands of people on the streets cheering. Even coming over today, there were thousands cheering. Then I heard there were protests. I said, where are the protests? I don't see any protests. I did see a small protest today when I came. Very small, so I do a lot of it. So a lot of it is fake news. I hate to say. Climate change activists, students, pacifists, trade union members, and families all gathered to the protests. Will include handmade against Trump, women who draped in red, with white hoods in homage to Margaret Atwood's dystopian novel about crackdown on reproductive rights. Signs that read "Stop Trump" and "Tories out now" were left on pavements and roads, as well as balls and food wrappers. These people don't have any sense of irony, do they? No irony at all. Other signs had messages which read "Trump climate disaster." Other read "Dump Trump," and took their message quite literally when they dumped their letter across London. Rats, yeah, they are rats.
And you know, does anybody else notice that those are actually rather professional-looking signs for supposed unorganized, haphazard protest?
Yeah, but they're all part of like groups, aren't they? They're like Stop Trump Coalition. I didn't even know that was a thing. Stop racism one there. They're quite well funded.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but when it boils down to it, this is England. It's Trump and America's politics really isn't any of their business. Kind of in the same way how Brexit's not really any of ours, you know?
Mm-hmm. Afternoon rubber trucks were pictured on the streets of central London as the cleanup began. These people might have anything better to do with their lives. So they just stand out and protest people they don't like. During the protest, Jeremy Corbyn...
Well, at least he got the Brexit Party elected.
In the EU Parliament, yeah. During the protest, Jeremy Corbyn hinted that the president wasn't taking climate change seriously. Can we stop treating people who travel for a place of safety, escape from oppression, from climate change, induced denigration or economic poverty to try to make their contribution to the world? Don't treat them as enemies. Treat them as fellow human beings and citizens of the world, of this planet, who deserve our support, our sympathy, and our understanding. No, go in legally then. It's not that hard. Mentioned his request to the UK government to declare a climate emergency across the world, and said we need to protect the natural world. If we are to protect the natural world and environment on which we all depend on, then actions need to be taken. A world dedicated to personal profit and greed, to mass exploitation, and the most intensive forms of farming destroys the natural world bit by bit by bit that we all rely on. 60% of the wildlife has been lost in this country in the last 40 years. This came from faster and worse. The problems are galloping all over the world. He also mentioned the past climate change accord, which Trump famously snubbed. That was the end of that article. Fucking never.
Yeah. I really dislike these people. Whenever they say, "Oh, we need to go back to the natural world," fine, kill yourself. There's one less person. There's one less person to feed.
That's a bit grim,
Need a bit less farmland needed. Yeah.
Just kill yourself.
I'm telling you, a snap could help. Thanos was not wrong. A snap could really do a lot of good.
That's a great way to go about things, though. Just kill yourself. Yep.
Well, the worst part is taking the Thanos situation. The people who swear, "Oh, we got to do something for the ecosystem. We got to do something for the environment." Consider it, just ignoring the fact that that's all for political power only.
Yep.
All their grandstanding. Thanos shows up and asks for volunteers. How many of them are going to volunteer? Oh, that's right, none of them.
Mm-hmm. That's why a snap, just random.
Anyway, time for an article about cats.
No fair way to do it.
Kitties.
He
I
was
like
very
kitty
fair.
kitties.
I don't believe he was even a bad guy. Just saying.
Okay, I'll go
I
kill
don't think
myself.
he
But
was
don't
either
kill
at this
yourself,
point.
Viper. You just go here.
Kitties.
Viper, don't kill yourself.
Viper,
Go
hi,
on and
kitty.
kill the cat. You'll be happy. Second cutest person on the internet ever, Viper Sword.
Kitty.
Are you assuming you're the first, are you?
Yep.
You'd
Kitties.
be correct. You'd be correct. New York to vote on becoming the first state to ban cat declawing, the cruel and barbaric practice of cutting felines' toes back to the knuckle.
Yay!
Yes,
We've
I think
already outlawed it in most provinces up here, so yay!
I think New York's doing something good for once.
I know. I'm so excited. Good job, New York. Good job.
New York will be the first state to ban declawing of cats, and the legislation heading to a vote. The Senate and Assembly are expected to take up the bill on Tuesday. Declawing a cat is already illegal in much of Europe, as well as Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Denver.
It's not
That
here.
cat looks like he's got his ears chopped off as well.
No, that's the type of cat he is.
Wait, if it's illegal in
Scottish fold. His ears are just folded. That's my son's favorite cat.
Meow.
hold up, did that thing just say New York's the first city to ban it?
No, the first state to ban it.
Oh, okay.
I'm in New York State, not New York City.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because it was listing it like, oh, they're going to be the first to ban it, but then they start listing cities in America where it's banned. I'm like, yeah, just something wouldn't hit right there.
Play for York, you just accept it.
Meow.
Not quite as good as Boingo, but still cute. Yeah, good. Declawing a cat is barbaric. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, supporters of the ban in New York include animal welfare advocates, cat owners, and veterinarians who argue the practice is cruel and barbaric since it involves the amputation of the cat's toes back to the knuckle. New York prides itself on being first, said the bill sponsor in the State Assembly, Manhattan Democrat Linda Rosenthal, who said she expects other states to follow suit. This will have a domino effect.
Finally, the Democrats are doing something good. Yay!
Yeah, it took them how long? Good long while anyway. I refuse to give a canister club, which is why I end up with huge scratches every once in a while. Also the same reason why blind girls couch is fucked, isn't it?
Yep.
Because the cat keeps attacking it.
Mhm. You can train your cat not to do it, but you actually got to know how to do that. So, yep.
I thought you were like a certified animal trainer. Doesn't that help you?
Mm-hmm. Basically, if you don't want your cat to claw your couch, A, you need something it's allowed to claw, and B, you just need some double-sided sticky tape.
Trimming their claws is okay, but
Bottle and his cat
don't
tree.
never declaw them.
We used a water bottle.
That too.
He's got it. The cats have a cat tree. They can claw all they want.
Same here.
And I've got lots and lots of carpet scraps to nail to that cat tree for when they tear it up. When they go after anything else, they're getting wet.
Yeah, my cat claws my couch as well. So I have the same problem.
Meow.
Scratching posts are a thing, people. Yeah, I think my cat did have a scratching post. Just never bothered its horse to use it.
It was probably a crappy one.
Yeah, we even had like a little box and shit you could sleep in. Pretty cool one. It just never used it.
A lot of scratching posts, depending on what you buy, they won't use because when they bring their claws up above their head to claw it, it falls over.
Yeah, but it didn't fall over. That was perfectly fine.
Oh, well, then that was a good one.
Our cat tree was infused with catnip, so they never leave it alone.
They just wanted to get higher than that.
Good strategy.
Everyone stays high in my house. Well, everyone but the kids.
Scratching close on a thing, Viper.
My cat's in a
Our cat.
perpetual state of high.
Our cat tree, actually, I had to cut about a foot of it off so it'll fit in the house. When I bought it, it was 8.5 feet tall, and it had 6-inch sections to cut it down. The ceiling of my house is 7.5 feet tall.
And Viper's cats hate catnip. See, my cat loved it. It's only ever got it like once or twice, but it fucking loved it.
Yeah, Trucker, I thought I was going to have to do the same thing. We bought a cat tree off of Chewy, and it was way bigger than we thought it was going to be because it was all in centimeters and not inches. So we're like, hey, that'll work. Same thing with our dog cage. It ended up being like a person's cage. You know, we fucking house people with that bit.
The New York State Vet Medical Society has opposed the bill. It says the procedure should be allowed as a last resort for felines that won't stop scratching furniture or humans. Why fucking scratching post?
The decline should happen never.
Exactly. When the cat's owner has a weakened immune system, putting them at great risk of infection from a scratch. Well, if it's that bad, then get rid of your cat then.
Attention, people of the world, by the way. I am not emotionally stressed. I am not a cutter. I have 2 cats that like to play rough.
Yep. I know what you're saying. My arms look the same way.
Mine doesn't. That's because my kitty is nice.
My
No,
cat's
she's
like,
not. She scratches you all the time, does she not?
No, she just scratched my buttocks.
Well, like
But nobody ever sees that.
I thought every time that you get picked up, you get clawed.
That's why I barely pick her up ever.
Our cats, I allow them to play rough with me so they don't have to play rough with anybody else.
My cat's always fucking just sleeps all the time anyway. So.
Well, that's just cats in of themselves.
That, unless you're Scotty, so meh.
What?
And so my cat scratches my buttocks. Unless your name is Scotty, no one's ever gonna see it anyways.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you Forrest Gump? My cat scratches me in the buttocks.
Yeah, exactly. She scratches me in the tuckish.
The tush.
Cat scratch fever.
Okay, that's not funny. I've had cat scratch fever. It sucks.
Yes, it does. I knew a girl in high school that had it. She was so sick.
Yep. I got that from Chloe, by the way.
Yeah, wasn't that when you first tried to rescue her? She just clawed you and you had to like get like stitches and stuff.
Yep. She beat the shit out of me the first night I met her in a dumpster. All right, Chloe. You were a real cunt.
Big fish out there.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for you, she'd be dead by now. So.
Feeling my sister's kayak.
True. Stockholm.
Ginger's at this cat poo, is it? My big cat's aggressive on catnip, and he won't let the other cat anywhere near it once he finds it. Medical decisions should be left to the same discretion of the fully trained licensed and state supervisor professionals. The society said in a memo opposing the legislation.
Opposing legislation? Of course there's people opposing it. Fucking cunts.
Yeah, did you not read it? I just read it before.
Well, I remember when they were having debates about it like 5 months ago, and the information they were giving on the debates was completely inaccurate. Like, it was totally stupid.
Cats are arseholes. Yeah, they are arseholes, but they're also cute. So,
Yeah, see, here's the thing. What cat owners don't know about declawing their kitties is they think that they're going to have a better time with their cat. They're not going to get clawed, blah, blah, blah. But the back claws will be used more often, or they'll be more inclined to bite you. And actually, you're more likely to get an infection if you get bitten from a cat than scratched. So when you declaw your cat, you're more likely to get the teeth. Also, if you declaw your cat, they're less likely to use their cat litter and pee all over your place. People don't actually realize this when they declaw their kitty.
Yep.
They shouldn't. Trimming them fair enough, but like declawing them altogether. No.
No, it is barbaric because you're not just pulling at the nail; you are snipping off the first part of their bone. And so what it does is,
trim the nail. That's fair enough, but like,
yeah, it pulls out the first joint of their bone. If you look at your finger, the first joint, they'll snip all that right off. So you're essentially, mutilating your kitty's paws, and then they're forced to actually walk a little more forward than they would, which causes arthritis in their back hips.
Under the bill, people who violate the ban on declawing cats would face fine of $1,000.
That's it,
Mm-hmm.
fuckers.
At least it's a start.
No. They should have to amputate all of their fingers and toes.
Damn right.
They'll put you in
Amputations for everyone.
They should declaw people by giving them stubbies all around.
just chop off people's fingertips.
Mm-hmm. Do exactly what they did to their kitty, so they'll learn.
Well, to be fair, bring up a hyperbolic point and bring up a completely unrelated subject. I mean, any male who has his, roughly 2/3 of the males that have their cats declawed, they're kind of used to it, considering they had a part of them cut off without consent.
It's not the kitty's fault that people get circumcised. Leave the kitties out of it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with cats being decal.
Don't blame the kitties for the love of your smaller penis.
Vets can still perform the procedure for medical reasons such as infection or injury. Okay, fair enough. Bill was first introduced a few years ago and has slowly gained momentum as more lawmakers came in support. Tuesday, the first measure has gone to vote in either chamber. If the bill passes both the Senate and Assembly on Tuesday, we'll head to the desk. Andrew Kumoko, a Democrat. Cuomo
He agrees.
hasn't weighed on the proposal.
Fuck Ohio. Who the fuck doesn't take fucking coupons?
Ohio,
Hi, Chloe. You agree no kitty should have their claws removed? I agree too, kitty.
he talked to your cat like a person.
I do. And she totally talks back, right, kitty? Yeah. She responds. She totally talks human.
I don't think she understands the word you say, to be honest.
She understands get off the counter.
Should be just your tone of your voice.
She also knows her name. Oh, and she understands the housekeeper's gone. You can come out now.
Oh,
nothing wrong with talking to your cat like a person. It shows you that you love her. Yeah, like, I'm just picking the fish.
Well, I'm so used to talking to my kid who can't talk to me back that I just talk to my cat who can't talk to me back. It's totally Jack's fault.
Like Viper, I'm dating a crazy cat lady.
She is. I would have a bajillion cats if I was allowed to. A bajillion. Matter of fact, Scotty, since you don't want kids, let's just have a bajillion kitties.
I like cats, but I'd say like 2 or 3. That's fine.
Okay, I guess 2 or 3 is okay. I mean, it's not a bajillion, but all right.
Dog as well.
Oh,
2 or 3, maybe a dog. Get a dog as a puppy as well, so that we can grow them up
If you want a dog, you're walking it.
I can get a guide dog for you. There you go. So,
You're walking it.
why?
Because the reason why I don't have a dog is because I don't want to walk it.
Maybe you could just make it your guide dog, couldn't you?
Yeah, but then I would have to walk the damn thing, and that's why I don't want a guide dog.
Yeah, but sure,
I don't want to have to like wake up first thing in the morning and before I have my coffee, take it out to pee so it doesn't piss on my carpet. That is just terrible. Who would want to do that for like 20 years? Totally not me. You want a puppy? That's your job. You can take the doggy for a walk while you get me my coffee.
You get your own coffee.
I love living in the country. I just let the dog outside.
And if the dog was a guide dog, you could just take the dog. It'd be kind of just walk in here, wouldn't it? If you just like
Yeah, but I don't go very many places very often.
You just walk to the shop and back, get your coffee, then come back. So don't have a pick walk there. Yeah.
But the whole idea for offering you sex for coffee was so you would go do it.
Flying 3,000 miles wasn't enough for you, was it?
Well,
That's
I
the
mean, I
thought.
would have given you sex
Okay.
anyways, but I would have given you extra sex for all the coffees you brought me. I thought it was a fair trade. You get coffee, I get sex.
No, they're talking about sex. I think
Yeah,
that's
horse tries to get served at McDonald's and poos on the floor before leaving.
I'm a sailing.
McDonald's Spain Bank was the scene of a fairly surreal event over the weekend. First, two men swiped on a customer's order, but that was just the warm-up event. See some of the I want to see the thing poos on the video.
Everybody loves poop on this channel. You have it on there all the time.
No, they raid my channel. What's the problem? At least you tried to get in the door. I think your girlfriend is saying that she wants coffee. I know that. But she's in town enough, so therefore it's kind of hard to do that. Yeah, they led the horse into the restaurant, and Nag got it. And the Nag got it at least halfway in before deciding the fast food mecca was not for him. Putting a pony in trap on the ground and backing out. Manir Muhammad, one of the managers of the restaurant, said to the shop, "I've never witnessed an incident like that before." I can understand if it was like a drive-through, maybe you'd get away with that. Like if he'd stopped it like with the horse, you get away with that.
I don't know.
I might try
Sometimes you
that.
get away with walking through drive-thrus, so probably.
Might try that actually. The 40-year-old told Study Live they came through the drive-through and the horses ordered. And the horses and ordered 2 drinks from the side window and paid for the 2 drinks. So they did go through the drive-through then. They said they had another order, which was the Carb Heinz order. Yeah, they listed what was in the order after looking at the scheme, and one of the members of staff gave them a bag of food without realizing they hadn't paid for it. Free meal, can't complain. The extraordinary incident happened at around 2:30 p.m. on Friday. Mr. Muhammad said there were around 30 customers in his branch of McDonald's at the time. Everyone was shocked, he said. People were calling the guys idiots, and lots of people were taking pictures and videos. I was really shocked. It is the first time I've been so close to a horse, and I did not know what to do. So I've been smoking my cigarette. What they did not say before they could bring the horse into the restaurant. Muhammad and other staff subsequently spent 20 minutes cleaning up the horse manure. The incident was not reported to the police, but had been captured on CCTV. Who's got all the traffic noise?
That would be traffic.
Not
You
legal.
asked. I am stuck in a traffic jam.
Jack would
There's
love
an-
that.
No, there's actually, he might. There's movement coming from the other direction. Otherwise, we're just sitting here, literally.
You would love it. There's lots of cars.
I see. We reached 10 more. We need 10 more episodes of failing at reading the news until we reach my favorite number. Yeah, number 69. I need to work out when that is actually. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. I think it might be a Saturday. I might try to make it a Saturday. You can just have a fucking shit show or something. You gotta do something special for number 69, surely. Played. Spokesperson for the RSPCA said this has resulted in a significant distress and injury to the horse and to surrounding people. Had the horse panic or got items in his harness and caught in the surroundings. We encourage anyone with concerns about the welfare of an animal to contact the RSPCA's 24-hour helpline. Oh, yeah. Don't bring your horse to McDonald's. I think we can learn that. I prefer 71. That's like 69. Only two. Only those two fingers involved. Fair enough. Anyway, moving on. Trying to home so we don't have dead air on the stream, do we?
Meow, 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 meow.
Lavana Woodward stab attack student quits Oxford. She didn't be allowed to even. She should be in jail by all accounts. If this was a man, she'd be in jail by now. She'd been in jail a long time ago. An extraordinarily able. She stabbed her boyfriend.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she should be in jail, but she's not.
Yep.
Oh, she must be such a sweet, sweet girl.
She got in because she was talented apparently. She was too intelligent for jail. That's why she didn't get put into jail.
And probably just because she was so nice. I mean, her personality alone, she doesn't deserve jail.
Yeah, she has a vagina. You can't put someone's vagina in jail. Of course not.
I know. Like, vaginas. Like, there's, like, so valuable to society. We need more vaginas. Guys, we need to get more vaginas.
Yeah, there's only one vagina I need.
Well, women need to start allowing men more access to the vaginas that exist. That's how it works.
Artificial insemination.
An extraordinarily able student spared jail for stabbing her boyfriend will not return to Oxford University. Lana Woodward pleaded guilty in 2017 to unlawful wounding at Christchurch College while drunk. At Oxford Crown Court, Judge Ian Pringle, QC, suspended her 10-month jail sentence, having said immediate custody would damage her career. Go fuck yourself, Ian Pringle, you prick. Even then, even 10 months would be too late for stabbing someone, in my opinion. Now the college has told the tab the 26-year-old has formally withdrawn from the college and the university. Woodward had voluntarily suspended her studies at Oxford until her sentence would she be faced with a disciplinary procedure and she returned to the college and she decided to return. Well, I'm on there, so there's that count blind girl. What? If I'm not saying that he's a cunt, so does that count blind girl as a vagina?
Yes. I mean, we live in a day and age where you can be whatever you want. Imagination.
I gotta find that clip. I always forget about it when I'm looking for clips.
No, Cryptic, I don't love the cock. You're the one that's obsessed with cocks, not me. You're the one that's a penis every time you enter a stream.
Cryptic, I know somebody has a penis. Do you want it?
Yeah. Who's penis?
I don't know. Whatever one I find. I know a lot of penis.
Cryptic, you still in Ohio?
There's 3 penises right here.
Oh, I'm already taken, obviously. And
Well, yeah, but I mean, technically, the other day you said it was okay to cheat as long as it's a threesome. So if we just invited Cryptic over, he would get a penis. It'd be like, wow, everybody's happy.
so what you're doing is you're advocating for freedom of Cryptic.
Well, technically, I used to advocate for a threesome with another chick, and you're okay with it. I was just wondering if the same rules apply to Cryptic.
I don't want a freedom with Cryptic.
Depends who's receiving.
Cryptic, would you be okay taking it up the bum for a threesome to get some penis?
I'm dying over says no. I have my own computer.
I mean, it would be kind of like a little love train, and someone's gonna get excluded somewhere. But hey, everybody's happy because love is love, guys.
I don't want a threesome with Cryptic, and I don't think Cryptic wants a threesome either. So
I'm just trying to be inclusive to the Asian.
yeah, but
Besides, you know,
What the fuck
technically,
is that?
Scotty, if he's Asian and you're the one taking, you wouldn't notice it anyways, because aren't there wees, little wee?
yeah, he's got his little teeny weeny age. He's got his little.
There
teeny
you
weeny
go.
age.
So it's like you wouldn't even notice.
Cryptic says no, I don't get pegged. See, Cryptic agrees with me.
I'm pretty sure he would notice.
Scotty might not.
See, me and
Depends
Cryptic
how
are against
big
the
the
idea. So I'm not having this. Why you love
Poor Cryptic is there all by himself. He's been, you know what? He's been looking for a penis for like the past 4 months, and he hasn't found one yet. He just keeps walking in and going penis, and nobody delivers. I'm just trying to help the poor lad out
Oh, fucking hell.
because I'm nice like that.
See, Cryptic says he's not interested, so therefore,
No, he's not interested in getting pegged.
I don't think he's interested in the freedom. How do we get to threesomes?
Well, because Cryptic's looking for penis. And I said there were 3 right
His own
here.
penis because
Look
he's Asian.
no
and he can't-
further.
His own penis because he's Asian and he can't find his penis. That's what he's looking for.
Oh.
Because
I
that's
thought I was looking for just a random ambiguous penis, and I thought, you know what? I am involved in so many sausage fests on YouTube. I could help him out.
Yeah, well, I haven't had enough drugs to watch this stream and let me find my weed stash.
Brilliant
the
thought,
kid-
blind girl. Just saying.
Yeah, back to the news.
I know you talk a lot of shit.
Yep, your
Really?
name's getting changed, blind girl.
Big news.
Blind penis or something, is it?
I like
Really
the penis charity. You know, charity penis. That would be a great name.
The only penis you're getting is mine.
Why? Is that what this guy is?
You won't have to look long for a good schlong.
I love coming here. The conversations are always fun. The case prompted a debate about the inequality of the justice system after the judge described Woodward as an extraordinarily able young lady. Yeah, extraordinarily able to stab people and get away with it. He says,
Wow, that's really able.
That's what?
That's really able.
Yep. Yeah, he said sending her to prison would damage her hopes of becoming a surgeon. Well, tough shit. You shouldn't fucking stab someone, then, should you? You fucking cunt.
Oh my god, do you realize that she stabbed someone and she wants to make a career out of stabbing more people, but legally? Maybe she was just practicing on an unwilling patient.
Yeah, that's my worry.
Totally understandable, right?
No. How much coffee have you had?
Only 1 cup, sadly, because I've been too lazy to go make more.
Too busy making
How big
videos.
is that cup?
It's about 18 ounces, and it says "But First Coffee" on it. I love it. It's my favorite mug, other than my
measurements.
I need a bigger mug. I need one of those huge mugs, like big mugs.
What's 18 ounces in proper measurements?
A large coffee.
In like milliliters or liters?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
I thought Canadians use milliliters and liters, did they not?
A liter is when in a liter like 6 points. Hold on, let me look.
What is 18 ounces in liter?
355 milliliters, so 2.5, give or take, so it's 24, 30 some ounces. So
How many cups is in 18 ounces? Why are you saying that?
it's probably about 700 milliliters, Scotty,
That's not that
give or
big.
take.
It's not that bad, but it's not big enough for me. I like them real big. Do a lot of stuff.
Sexy Scotsman.
Well,
Exactly.
Cryptic, never mind.
I've been playing thought that goes way too far when they go, they excited my appendix. And he said the damage chance of becoming a surgeon, and initially deferred her sentence to give her a chance to beat her drug and alcohol addictions. Last year, Woodward tried to appeal against her sentence, but was denied permission by the Court of Appeal. So basically, you basically got like a fucking slap on the wrist and you tried to appeal against it. You fucking prick. Judge Joanna Katz said Pringle taken an exceptional course by suspending her jail term. Said his sentence was constructive and compassionate. She stabbed her fucking boyfriend, you fucking munchkin.
No, like she was probably just preparing for an exam. Again, she wanted to be a surgeon. She was a professional stabber. Like, it's totally a misunderstanding, guys. Like, I bet you she was just practicing for a test or something.
Yeah, she was just that hyped up on drugs, she didn't know what she was doing.
Exactly. Maybe she thought she was in a medical room and she really was, and it's totally not her fault. And you know what? Her boyfriend's probably just being a big baby about it. I mean, he didn't die, right?
No, but she should be fucking gassed or something.
There we go. See, everything's all good. Like, I mean, he has a sexy scar that he can show to the next woman that's probably not gonna stab him. He'll be like, "Look, I got battle wounds. Want to see my scar?" And she'll be like, "Oh wow, that is so sexy." See, she did him like a favor because now he's gonna get a hot supermodel for just showing off his sexy scar on his leg.
At this point, I can't really tell if you're joking or not.
That was the point.
She's joking. Yeah, she's joking.
He hopes I'm joking, doesn't he? No, he's so adorable.
Oh, good God. You stabbed me in my sleep. Don't know if you're happy.
Did I do good in giving off the psycho persona?
No. I see like it's something you couldn't do. Blind and all.
I just wanted to come off as a little bit of a psychopath, just a little. Trucker found it almost convincing.
I think you overshot that a little psychopath thing about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, am I a lot of psychopath? I love it.
Like fucking 2 months
I
ago.
can do something more than Indian. This is so awesome.
Only fucking 2 months ago.
So amazing. Meow.
Yeah, she is a blind psycho, but I love her all the same. Anyway.
I love you too, Scotty. I'm glad that you like that I'm a psycho. Because totally. I mean, that chick should totally they should give her a medal or something. I mean, she really wants to help people by stabbing them.
Yeah, she just needs to stop taking drugs.
Okay, her contact should be in jail. But in an alternate reality, that's totally what happened.
Anyway, Oxford Crown Court heard Woodward attacked her then boyfriend dating app Tinder in December 2016. She became angry and contacted her mother on Skype and realized she had been drinking. Woodward threw the laptop out and stabbed him in the lower leg with a bread knife, also injuring 2 of his fingers. In his sentencing remarks.
Wow, a bread knife?
Yeah.
Oh, God. She's not even using like anything
Viper,
sharp.
stop giving her
I hope she
ideas.
fails her exam.
Viper, stop giving blind girl ideas.
Viper, you're my girl.
Fucking Viper. Too cute for this
You're
world.
totally right. You know what? Cigarette burn scars are totally sexy.
So, Scotty, second thoughts yet?
Aren't you
No,
totally
but
glad I'm trying to quit so I can't burn you with smokes when you're not looking? Because I totally do it when you're not looking because, like you're bigger than me, so you totally win. So I got to make sure that it was like, surprise! And then run away really fast so you can't catch me.
Yeah, here's the thing, I can just do it when you're not looking here because you're never looking.
Yeah, that's true. Probably wouldn't get very far running either. But, you know, I have hopes and dreams.
Or I could just put like the recordings on me around your flat and then just do like.
Oh my God, that would be the perfect fans too. If I would and like put out a bunch of smokes on you, and then you were like domestic abuse, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I thought it was an ashtray, I couldn't see.
Viper says if he doesn't stop smoking, now you can give him a reason to stop. You
Yeah,
murder him.
no. Oh my god, that's amazing, Viper. You're full of such good ideas. I'm trying to really help it.
Scotty, you're doomed.
Yeah, I'm doomed. Good night, I'm
I
doomed.
promise I won't go anywhere near the balls or dicks. Just everywhere else. I'm just helping you quit slowly, one scar at a time. Plus, you'll be like a sexy Scotsman full of burns too, so you can be like, look at me, I am awesome.
No, just no.
Keep in mind, this is before the breakup.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
You do that once I'm snapping your cave.
Aw, why don't you just use a broomstick? Or I'll borrow your dog.
Your broomstick's broken. I don't want to know.
Yeah, Spider did it.
I'm just snap your cave.
I feel like the spider should pay for it. I'll use your dog. You can't kill a puppy.
No, it's not F for me. I'm still alive. The thing is, the puppy would have to be trained to be a guide dog, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive, Yorkie. I'm still alive. Unfortunately.
It's gonna be so fun when you come over to Canada, Scotty. It's gonna be a party.
Is it now? Well, you're not like to drink, so it won't be so much of a party for you. I'll be the one drinking.
I could just say he was drunk and he did it himself.
No, I remember things when I'm drunk.
The judge doesn't know that.
Not for long if I keep giving blind girl ideas. Well, don't fight for I'm your Patreon. You're supposed to be nice to me. It shows how aggressive the left can be. Donald Trump for a Dyson milkshake by protesters says he was only there to campaign for democracy.
Oh, I heard a video about this today.
Yeah, you did hear, you didn't see it. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
there was a video about this on the Daily Wire, and apparently there was only like one short female cop there that was supposed to keep order, and she didn't even have a gun, so she just like stood there looking all scared and stuff.
Well, obviously, we got people, police don't carry guns over here generally.
Yeah, so she totally just stood there and let it happen because she didn't have anybody with her.
I don't blame her though. I mean, if you started attacking a bunch of people, you'd get. I don't blame her. I wouldn't do it. I would just.
Oh,
stand
it was
there.
like one lonely cop in the face of a mob of milkshakes and peoples and angry, and they were like terribly screaming Nazi scum all over the place, and it sounded like they were all possessed and crazy.
Probably because they are. I imagine you probably got possessed from it from the way you're talking.
No, I would never.
At least the Trump balloon got stabbed.
Like, I find you when you sleep.
I know where you sleep. That's that balloon finally got deflated.
The Donald Trump supporter who was doused in milkshake by angry protesters says he was there campaigning for democracy. The semi-retired grandfather, who refused to be identified, said he was peacefully debating with a moderate leftist and having a laugh with the majority of them before the demonstration turned violent. Video from the footage shows a number of anti-Trump marchers shouting Nazi scum with a Londoner before throwing a beverage at him. Yeah, that woman is a little scary. What do you mean, blind girl? Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna have nightmares now.
At least you're dreaming about me.
I think I had a dream about you once. It was weird. I made it out alive though. That was nice. I just used sight to my advantage. Video footage from the scene shows. The man then says he's here to stay before throwing the cup back at the protesters. So police almost had attempts to stop the incident from turning into a brawl. I feel like they should have got more officers than just one.
Yup.
Because how can they expect one person to deal with the whole thing? Like, really?
I think they only sent one person there on purpose.
Maybe, but again, it's a bad idea. Bad idea. I feel like you should need more than one to please a fucking crowd.
Which is actually kind of funny because the left is all vagina, vagina, protect vagina, and they scared the living daylights out of a vagina. And I bet you if she had said she's a Trump supporter or tried to stop them from throwing stuff, they would have like totally mobbed her. But vagina. Fucking
I'd probably
hypocrite.
shit myself as well if I had to try and fucking police one crowd myself. Thinking, nope. Fuck that. Yeah. He told Mail Online we had to put forward how aggressive the left can be. It's us. It's not us, you know. If they want to call me right wing because I'm supporting Trump, then I must be right wing, but I'm not racist. Today's shocking attack happened moments after Mr. Corbyn delivered a firebrand speech to a few tens of thousands of people on the agenda when I read this. Yeah, I think it's the same fucking.
They like making you repeat yourself like you have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, my memory's actually pretty good. What do you mean long time ago? Viper, you trying to get me killed or something?
Ah. I feel like me and Viper should be best friends.
You ever spoken to Viper?
No. Hi, Viper. Then I have.
She's weird. She's very cute, but she's very weird.
Awesome. You would make best friends then. There's something in common.
Calling yourself cute, are you? The grandfather said the hardcore lot became better because they couldn't answer the questions that and the answers that I was putting towards them. He explained that one of his friends had been hit by a milkshake first, and he was hit while helping him. The man also claimed he was kicked in the legs and attacked with a banner. I'm blind, I'm very weird, I'm not cute. I'm not cute, Scotsman. Okay, Viper. Yeah, Viper said hello to you back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey. Look at that. We've had a conversation.
The man also claimed that the Londoner told police officers to remove him from the protest on Parliament Square for his own safety. YouTube keeps deleting my comments. Yeah, that happens pretty often. Fucking YouTube. Can we get fuck YouTube in the chat, please? For reading a bunch of comments. I'm not weird. Speak for yourself. No one called you weird, Cryptic, although Asians are pretty weird. Just accept that. Asians are weird.
Just accept the weirdness. Sometimes you gotta just love your freak yourself.
He told police he didn't want to report what happened, as he knew nothing would come of it. Some of them started calling us fascists and was telling you're the fascist protesting against the democracy, like the president of the free world, he said. He continued, they had their democratic right to be right there, protest against him, and it was peacefully protesting. It wasn't peaceful if they assaulted him. Was that peaceful? Peaceful. It was good to debate, and I was having a laugh. The majority of them, then they started to get the hardcore lot to come in and surround us. Earlier that day, Trump said the US president made him get out his pussy comments because he's still a kid at heart. Speaking to Joe.co.uk, is that thing? Is it Joe? Yeah. Yeah, I see a link between Brexit and Trump and globalism, stopping globalism. I don't like the fact that it's globalism. I'm dead against that. I'm dead against unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. You cannot vote out. And they're forcing their laws upon us. that we don't even know about. I have no problem with Europe. It's the EU. Yeah, I agree. Fuck the EU. Pythagoras had listened to Mr. Corbyn accusing the president of fostering racism, although he did not mention his by his name. In an extraordinary speech for the politician, who could one day have to work with the president of the United States, Mr. Corbyn raised at the president in a frothing speech at Parliament Square, condemning him for treating refugees like enemies, ignoring climate change, and trying to exploit the NHS for profit. In a message that would delight the hard left acolytes, he insisted Trump had no answers how to create peace and justice. No, I never mentioned the race war. I heard that like button is a Nazi. I think we should punch that Nazi. Yeah, agree. Let's all click the like button because it's a Nazi. We should punch Nazis. Which is anyone who disagrees with me, because everyone now who disagrees with me now is a Nazi. Obviously. He also sprung to the defense of London Mayor Sadiq Khan one day after he was called a stone cold loser by Mr. Trump. And suggested the president had created a clear sense of hate and hatred. Well, hate and hatred are the same thing, is not. Like if you hate something, you have a hatred of it, don't you? Because Sadiq Khan doesn't even know the meaning of fucking words. I'm hard. Yep, Yorkie wants to know, has anyone seen Kyle? Should all see Kyle.
He's about yay tall.
Despite snubbing the ceremonial banquet, the Queen flew for Mr. Trump last night. Mr. Corbyn, known for the same time with Hamas, Hezbollah, and the IRA in the past, denies he was avoiding talking to Trump. I bet he was. The furious language will heighten fears that Corbyn premiership could lay waste to the special relationship. The veteran left-winger has spent decades complaining about U.S. power, demanding the West gives up nuclear weapons unilaterally. Did Trump try to grab the Queen's pussy? No, he didn't. So I hope not. She's like fucking 95 or something, isn't she? I mean, ugh.
Didn't he just accidentally touch her?
She's aged, she's old. It's meaning she's still fucking alive, to be honest. She's that fucking old. Mr. Trump had already warned that he would have to see whether Mr. Corbyn could be trusted before agreeing to continue crucial security cooperation. President Allen, I think people should look to do things correctly as opposed to criticize. I really don't like critics as much as I like to respect people who get things done. So I decided not to meet. You know, you just gave me a fucking metal image I didn't want. Fuck you, animals, or you fucking dickhead. This man's protest is fake news saying he left the Prime Minister agreeing to stuff we already read earlier. So yeah, don't throw milkshake at people, you cunts. It's only about a time before like stuff like that has acid and piss and stuff in it. Only a matter of time. Anyway, moving on. You fucking pig. You calling a pig? Go, bro. Budweiser engulfed in virtue signaling row after attempt to cash in on inclusivity goes very wrong. A Budweiser campaign to mark Pride Month using an array of LGBTQ flags. At least mute yourself if you're going to vanish.
Oh, jeez.
Huh?
Someone in the chat saying at least mute yourself if you're going to belch.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, this is my channel. I can do what I like. And baffling, some uses a baffling attempt to catch it on inclusivity. U.S. language announces Fly the Flag campaign with various multicolored cups to celebrate the diversity within the LGBT plus community.
Fuck you, McDonald's.
This is Budweiser.
Oh, fuck you, Budweiser.
It clearly said Budweiser. I clearly stated Budweiser. Well, how did you know it was McDonald's?
Well, one of the colors was a McDonald's kind of color, and my phone said the color, so I thought it was McDonald's. I wasn't totally listening to what you're saying.
You know, you do. Typical women.
But yeah, fuck you, Budweiser, and your stupid colored cups. Go to hell. Nobody likes your beer
Fly
anyway.
The flag, surely, yeah, fly the flag. The flag. Someone call it the flag flag.
For the record, I don't have anything against faggoty peoples or trannies or gays or lesbians or anything like that, but the LGBTQ fucking sucks and needs to burn in hell.
You don't hate the people, you hate the politics associated with it.
There we go. And any of the people that drive this politics to force people, it just fucking, yeah, you must support us or die kind of people. I fucking hate those people. And trying to force it on children and shit too. Fuck those people.
Yeah, autistic children.
Or kids in general, or everybody, everywhere, forever. Like, you can be as gay as you want. Just, you know, could you not, like, fucking throw at people's faces? I'm so glad I'm blind half the time.
I have no
I don't force any kind of sexuality on any kids, period.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, why does the rainbow now include brown and black lines? Oh, yeah, did you not hear about that? Yeah, they added the brown and black to it because apparently they wanted to include brown and black people, even though there's no race in there at all. And that flag has nothing to do with race at all, but there we go.
Well, because brown and black people got to be represented in everything, including sexuality, because they're brown and black. They're special.
Even though
they're very electric colors.
Even though the flag had nothing to do with race at all. But okay.
Nope. But you got to collect them all.
I'm a half faggot. Even I want the gas gay pride.
Yay!
Yeah, well done, Yorkie. Let me just share on Twitter. There are 9 beer cups decorated with the rainbow gay pride flag. Well, and others, including those that represent people who are bisexual, transgender, and asexual. Each picture is accompanying for the explanation as to what all the colours mean. However, not everyone is impressed by the campaign, with some branding it as a get woke, go broke, but when politically correct actions lead to loss of income. Let's see it as a confusing attempt to cash it on a hugely popular event, which is attended by around 2.5 million people around the world. Is anyone else buffering then? Because Random Internet Box says he's buffering.
I don't know. I'll go look.
Fucking hell. Sexy stream then.
Nope. You're not buffering for me.
Yeah, stream's not buffering on my end either, so it must be speaker internet. Vipers is F as well. There's loads of Fs in the chat. What's this guy? Oh, it's back, apparently, according to TC. No, we're good then. We're good. It could just be YouTube being a cunt. That happens sometimes.
Or maybe it's because you said LGBT and, like, YouTube is like, we got to make sure it's good stuff.
Yeah, there's 5 people.
They were getting ready to take you down, just in case.
Well, actually, in related to a story I heard earlier, that actually may be very possible. That guy, you know, that guy Carlos Menza, the dude going after Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
Apparently, he put out some sort of video talking about YouTube and talking about, you know, well, we shouldn't be going after Crowder. We should be going after YouTube's advertisers for allowing all this anti-LGBT stuff on there. So he may very well be trying to trigger another adpocalypse.
Great. What a gay bastard.
Well, the stream's back anyway, so that's good. Others have labeled the campaign a clear, safe case of virtue signaling. Some drinkers claim they believed that others would stop buying the brand. It sold nearly 5 billion of beer in 2018. Yorkie wants to know what Steven Crowder did.
He called the dude a fag.
Yeah.
He called him a gay Mexican.
He pissed off somebody that wrote for Vox. And then he came out with a video that said, "I'm sorry," but it was very sarcastic and hilarious. I'm sorry.
Blue M is male attraction, pink female attraction, and yellow attraction to other genders. So basically the fucking Romanian flag. Okay then. Oh, that little flag. The circle image symbolizes wholeness and completeness. White and yellow.
Or where to stick your penis in the hole.
As they don't have, so the hole's too big for that.
Oh. I was going to say they should have made it like a bum hole.
Oh, they have a lesbian one that's pink. Okay.
That is gender stereotyping. Bad.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there's some lesbian pissed at that one.
Yeah. Sarcasm is the best.
The thing is that in a basis where they always sit and talk about how, one point in time, blue used to be a feminine color and pink used to be a masculine color because like the whole Great Gatsby and all that. I understand that, but my little boy likes blue, so I don't give a fuck. Huh?
So do I, but my little girl likes pink. So meh. Although I think it's funny that people that are, say, I don't know, like me, conservative, knows the rules better than the left, because that is total sexual stereotyping and gender stereotype bad. It's like I know the rules better than they do.
By the way, Inkton Prick is right. Pink is all right for the lipstick lesbians, but what about the diesel dykes? The ones that hang around with guys like me, they'll sit there and go, "Hi, my name's Alice. I own my own security business."
And you swear they've got a dick growing in between all the pubes? Yeah.
Does anyone take Vox seriously? It's a damn joke of a website. I thought pink stained for gay. I'm for gay. Hello, Chase Mail. I'm doing not bad yourself. It got to be one of the worst marketing campaigns ever been tweeted. You'd have thought brands would be move away from the pink as femininity, masculinity is for blue bullshit. Yeah, someone abuse if you like, girl, man.
Woo! All right.
Honestly, it just proves how much pride it's changed in recent years. Over the years, pride around the country and probably around the world have been so commercialized. It's all about making money for companies and organizations. At least someone finally worked that one out. That's what it is, isn't it? It's just money. And you've seen that SpongeBob meme, it's like Mr. Krabs is like, why'd you put gay flags and all these things? Because money.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, they're just fucking spreading their herpes and infecting everything.
Yeah, exactly. They are. Saw happening London Pride many years ago. The reason I stopped going. However, others said it was great to see a world famous brand like Budweiser so keen, closely associated with Pride. No, they just want your money. That's what they want.
We let them get married, and now everything's going to hell.
I don't have a problem with gay marriage. It's all this shit. It's just.
I didn't, but it seemed to be a gateway into the Pride hell.
A recent study has shown that beer contains female hormones. Yeah. Each person in the community has different fights and triumphs. The announcement on Budweiser's UK website on Friday. Yeah. So this year, our Fly the Flag campaign aims to celebrate no community gets lost in the crowd. And we're using our flag cups to celebrate and educate around different communities and their flags. Well, I do find it kind of ironic, though. It's a beer company. And you know who else hates beer on gay people? The people of peace, obviously. I just thought that's quite ironic. Is that just me?
I don't know. You know what? Maybe they have an investment because when you take a tranny home, it'll go better if you're drunk.
No, what I'm saying is the people of peace hate gay people and alcohol.
True.
Never really liked Budweiser anyway.
Anybody with taste
I'm
doesn't.
not a cider person anyway.
That's why they don't have to worry about alienating their customers because they had none.
I'm more of a cider person anyway.
Actually, they are like the largest beer company in America. But dear Budweiser, when anybody outside the U.S. talks about how cheap and shit American beer is, chances are they're talking about you.
Uh-huh.
Budweiser sucks. So I'm more of a cider person anyway. It's not even real cider, just like fucking black currant cider. People will knock me for that, but fuck you. It tastes nice, I don't care. I'm quite
I'm a
happy
red
with
guy.
purple as long as it tastes nice.
I like the Irish Reds. They're not really bitter. I mean, they sure as hell ain't sweet, but they don't have that bitterness to them.
Yeah, to be honest, like girly drinks are a lot better than manly drinks, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Yeah, Budweiser is piss. Agreed. Yeah, the company has partnered with 9 charities, including Buy Pride UK and Stonewall Diversity Campaign, to make this impact last beyond Pride. Yeah, Pride is a time for people to be proud and have freedom of expression, and this is what Budweiser brand is all about. Siad, because you have to put an S-A in there, obviously, because you can't spell. Martina Isella, senior brand manager at Budweiser. Dan O'Gorman. I'll stick with dark fruit and maybe some dick. I agree with dark fruit, but not dick. I think I'll stick with dark fruit as well, but not the dicks. I need beer. I have no beer, and I'm dying all over still my weed stats, so I'm literally going to die. I'll press F for random internet box then.
Did somebody else lose their penis?
No. Who else lost their penis?
Well, because Cryptic lost his penis, and then we're pushing F for the box. So maybe the box lost its penis too.
No, Cryptic couldn't find his penis because he's Asian.
Oh. I thought maybe you just got up and walked away.
Anyway, Dan O'Gorman Strategic Partnership Officer at Pride in London said, "We're excited to be collaborating with the brand that champions equality as much as we do." Trans Pals, one of the charities Budweiser partner with, tweeted a response to criticism of commercialization of price symbols from the LGBT community. We have taken the decision to end the partnership with the organization. In partnership. This will provide much needed funding and support for the South of London trans community. So basically, you did it for money, didn't you? You get money to advertise this shit.
Probably.
Pride Month is celebrated each June. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the rise to New York Stonewall Inn, that launched the gay rights movement. I think you have all the rights now, so what exactly are you fighting for? I was on the dentist state I typed in because I assume the blue means men, the pink means women, and the purple means you like both, I guess. I don't know. And there's also the non-binary pride flag as well as the numerous pride flag too. Oh, so many pride flags. I thought there was only one. Gender fluid pride as well.
Everybody wants their own.
Everyone has their own little fucking special little flag. Hey, time for another cat story, and then we're gonna end probably.
Meow.
Oh hell, you know BDSM people have their own flag, right?
Yeah. I
Does
know
it have
it's all
spikes
right.
Black and blue stripes with the red heart.
on it?
I don't want to know, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah.
She heard there was a kitty story and she came to comment.
Yeah. Downing Street Chief Mouser, Lion the Cat, is sitting on the Trump's limo beast. On the Trump's. Downing Street Chief Mouser, Larry the Cat, stages sitting on the President Trump's beast limo.
Oh, I was gonna read that one tonight, but you can have it.
Now you can read it as well.
I love this story about Larry the kitty.
Yeah, it's cute. President Trump has largely ignored groups of protesters who have pre his trip to the United Kingdom, even dismissing the demonstrators as fake news. But regardless of stop one sitting on Downing Street this morning that could have resulted in a diplomatic catastrophic. Larry the Cat, Chief Mouser of Downing Street, who has been resistant to the most famous of who has been a resident of the most famous address in Britain since 2011, took an altogether different beast. An altogether different beast when he decided to relax under President Trump's armored limo. Look at that, he's just sitting there happy. Well, happy and content with himself.
He was all like, I want to go meet the Trumps. He was probably a fan.
Yeah, maybe he is. To be honest, I'd rather have the cat as Prime Minister than fucking Theresa May. At least the cat's cute. Fucking horrendously ugly fucking E.T. looking cunt. A huge security issue has Larry the Downing Street cat shelters under Donald Trump's limo, the Beast, and refuses to move. Joe Sokol of the BBC wrote, breaking news, anti-Trump demonstrators failed to stop real Donald Trump blockade. But at number 10 cat does. He actually has a Twitter account. He actually does have a Twitter account. I'm following that.
Meow.
Yep.
Larry the kitty. I totally already followed him too.
Did you?
I found you to Twitter and I'm like, oh, I can follow a kitty on Twitter? Oh, done.
Larry can be seen tentatively watching from the window ledge outside Downing Street when President Trump and his wife Melania posted with the outgoing British Prime Minister Theresa May and their husband Philip. Larry eventually left his putting place under the car. It was not immediately clear he decided to vacate on his own. Larry had become something of a celebrity in the UK, taking up his residence. His popularity claimed a Twitter account which has more than 200,000 followers. Look at him just sat there all snugly and happy.
Meow.
Yeah, it's all hail Blue Whale.
All hail kitty Chloe.
Also, Running in a Box says he still has his penis. He hasn't lost his penis.
Yay for the penis. I'm glad you found it.
You should only like my penis, no one else's penis.
I didn't say I liked it. I was just happy that he found it. Nobody should be without their penis.
He can rarely be seen lazing around May's official residence. He had to be moved by police ahead of a resignation announcement last month. Although he took on the Beast Tuesday, his arch nemesis is actually Palmerston, Chief Mouser of the Foreign Office. The duo can be seen brawling with each other in the street on more than one occasion. To add insult to injury, Palmerston is repeatedly more successful Mouser than Larry. Freedom of Information on the request in 2017 found Palmerston had caught at least 27 rodents, taking up his position in 2016. However, Larry seems perfectly content lounging in the sun. The duo were both adopted from Barsley's Dogs and Cats Home in 2011 and Palmerston in 2016. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's shilling time, I guess.
Woohoo!
Shilling and questions
Oh.
time. And bullshit time as well, because we just. I thought we've been bullshitting for pretty much the whole stream, which is usually standard for here.
Bullshit is awesome.
So if anyone's got any questions for the last 5 minutes or so, I'll put them in the chat. Before I send you all over to blind chucking in half an hour. Yeah. I was waiting for someone to make a pussy grab. Probably.
Mhm. You're the only one to chill, Chucker.
Okay. Pumpkin Trucker, almost daily dash cams. Starting back up Thursday.
Blind chucking already has a dislike.
Awesome.
Make that 2 dislikes now.
Aw.
I'm joking. Let's see. Did it?
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Interesting, we don't have this to talk about. Which mall should I contracted comment? Yeah, you fucking disavow Yorkie, disavow. Okay, that makes sense. Go and have to dig more into this article. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued what you do. Oh, there's still more riots, yeah. Fair enough. Always good to learn new things, I guess. Learn something new every day.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, Blind Girl, when's the next video coming out of it? Today?
Probably either tonight or tomorrow, hopefully before my kid gets here. The latest Thursday, but yeah, I'm working on it now. I got 2 more coming out. Isn't the first one just so funny? I did a graph and everything. It was pretty, right?
Yeah, it was alright. I watched it and liked it and shared it.
Woohoo!
Also, by the way, you're like the only other person in my Discord allowed to break the rules.
Oh, did I break a rule?
No, I'm saying you can break the rules.
Oh, okay.
And get away with it. If you want to put it in the general, you can.
Oh, whoops. I thought I put it in your shilling part.
I'm saying you can put it in the general if you want to.
Yeah, but I try to put it where it's supposed to go. Discord kind of fucks with me, though.
I put it in my general anyway.
Woohoo!
More views.
Hey guys, I made a video and there's a pretty graph and pretty music and everything.
And you said you weren't going to chill, but yeah. And sub the Green Thunder if you haven't subbed the Green Thunder. And while you're waiting for Blind Chucking,
Bye, Viper.
Viper!
While you're waiting for Green Thunder, you can watch Blind Girl's latest video.
Woohoo! It's pretty.
No, I don't mind you chilling yourself. You're chill for us, so you can chill if you want to.
Yep.
Alright, bye, guys. I haven't touched Discord in ages. I only use Discord these days for chilling, basically. That's it. As I did. Anyway, so watch Pumpkin Trucker on Thursday because he's not streaming tomorrow because it's his day off.
Yep.
And head over here in half an hour. Bye, TC.
Yep. Bye, TC.
Patsy.
So anyway, all hail Blue Whale. Don't piss on the shower curtain. Your elements accounts. Goodbye.